to catch back up. Got Unit 4 in the house. Yeah, I just wanted to get on and give you all an update and, talk about guns and stuff like that too. Hello, Dennis. Hello, Lynn Holt. And Ranger 10's in the house. Yeah, we'll talk about it in just a second. I just jumped on. When I do it on my phone, it's different than when I do it on StreamYard. So I can get on earlier, but this one, it won't let you get on earlier. You automatically have to go live. But this is the only way I can do it right now. I haven't even turned on the other computer since this happened. But one thing we're going to do this evening is we are going to have a drink. Got a little Buffalo Trace. I haven't had a drink in quite a while. So, first drink of the evening. Cheers, everyone. Hello, Indy Irish. How are you? Scott's in the house. Yeah, we've got 11 in here and 3 thumbs up. So, Dirt Track's having some Texas Tito's to help him in the recovery. Gotcha. Hello, Pranic. Hello. How are you, sir? My brother from another mother. William Carter's in the house. Yes, Happy New Year, everyone. It's not that happy right now, unfortunately. It does suck, but yeah, I had I don't know, where did I leave off? Just have the broken bones. It's been a little while, so I don't know what all y'all know. Did I tell y'all that I had the MRI and I got the results and all that? Are y'all aware of the MRI? I don't want to really repeat myself. It's not really about me. We're going to talk about guns, but I've had a lot of people reaching out saying, hey, how are you doing? Are you going to do a chat? Are you going to come back? Are you going to lay off for a while? And I guess a lot of people were hitting up Trigger Bar too on his chat last night because he told me a lot of people were asking, and I appreciate y'all asking. Thank you very much. Really means a lot, that y'all are loyalist. You told me the med stuff. Yeah, I told you. I didn't know if I told everyone. But y'all can let me know. Is this current? Is what current? My medical stuff? Yeah, I mean, I had the MRI read, I don't know, like a week and a half ago or something like that. 2 weeks ago, maybe. Oh, yeah, this is live. Floridian. Yeah, I'm live. I'm on YouTube instead of StreamYard. So that's why I have to do it this way. It won't let me do it sideways. I tried and it wouldn't let me. So it's going to be that little weird, screen. Sorry about that. This is just the only way I can do it right now. I can't do it from my other computer because I have to keep my work computer close to me because I'm living in my recliner. I see your toes. You see my toes? Huh. Well, it shows that it's on my head. Are y'all seeing my feet? Or are you just joking, Mel? But well, let me know if y'all want to see my toes. I could flip it around. You can't see one of the toes, or my right foot. Yeah, I posted it, and I had to do it at 7:30 because I had rehab. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say I can see my face, but anyway, I had rehab this evening, so I had to go to that, and I'll kind of get into that if you want to know. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, Chris. Don't see your toes, yeah. You don't want to see my big old feet. Look like some kind of dinosaur. Anyway, we'll just get into it because I haven't had anybody say that I've given the results or whatever, but I had my MRI done. I do have a torn ACL in my right leg. It's completely torn. So it's not just a tear, it's completely broken. So we'll have to have surgery after the bones heal. So I've got, and also I've got 2 broken bones in the knee and actually 2 broken bones in the ankle. They found another break. It's a spiral fracture. So the other one's a big break and the other one is a spiral fracture. So 2 breaks in the ankle, 2 breaks in the knee. I did tear the ACL completely and then stretched the other tendons. So they're not broken, but they're extremely strained and stretched. But the other one was a stage 3 ACL is what they're calling it. So it's definitely popped. So yeah, what they have to do is all the bones have to heal. So to where all the bones are fixed in the ankle and in the knee, and then they can do the surgery. But I have to be able to walk on the ankle So basically, all the bones have to heal. Then I have to walk on the ankle or be able to walk on the ankle, and then they can do the ACL surgery. So that's where I am. And yeah, it's a long recovery, but I'm hoping, I mean, I'm pretty stout. I'm pretty, you know, I'm kind of getting after it. And what they've done is they've went from a complete long, non-bendable brace to it's kind of like what football players wear, where it's got the hinges on the left and the right. um, they've gone to that type of brace where it's fitted for me, and they've set it to 30 degrees, but I can lock it and unlock it. So when I'm, on the crutches, walking around, going to the bathroom, whatever, I lock it. But then I can do bending exercises to bend it to 30 degrees only. So I've gone to 2 PT classes, or whatever you want to say, treatments, and they've been it. It doesn't feel great, but it's actually not as painful as I thought it was going to be. I had the first one the other day, and when I came home about an hour and a half later, it hit me. It hit me pretty hard. I was having quite a bit of pain in the knees, so I just took a pain pill. I haven't been on pain pills at all. I don't want that shit, and it's not anything crazy. It's just like hydrocodone and Tylenol. I'm not taking any harsh shit. I don't want that. Now for the surgery, I'll probably have some harsh shit, but it's just basic stuff right now. And anyway, but I'm not on pain pills now, and I'm not going to take them. That's why I'm having a drink, so I'm being very responsible. But anyway, so that's kind of the update with what's going on. It sucks, but unfortunately, it is what it is, and we're going to press through. Um, I've had both shoulders rebuilt. That was painful, but I could walk. So this sucks because I have to walk on freaking crutches, and I haven't been on crutches in probably 25 years, or 22 years, I think, because I had a meniscus tear in that same knee. So, but they just did an orthoscopic cleanup. That wasn't that major. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm. Yeah, I fell out of the back of my truck. Um, so, Indian landed on the concrete. So anyway, but anyway, hopefully afterwards it's good as new. I want to get up on my feet as quick as possible after the ACL surgery. They said they should have me kind of walking a little bit within 2 to 3 days after the ACL surgery, and then PT from there. I am able to work from home, just taking care of customers through the computer, emails, phone calls, stuff like that. So I've just been living in my recliner. This is just a big old recliner. And I've been living in the recliner pretty much and staring at four walls and watching a lot of TV and YouTube. So if there's a gun you're interested in, I've watched quite a bit of videos. I haven't been able to shoot, of course. I do have a gun right here next to me if something were to happen, and I've done dry fire in my room, and to be honest with you, it's pretty damn boring. I drop the mag, drop the, one out of the chamber, and then, practice dry fire, but it actually is pretty freaking boring because I can't move around. Um, but anyway, I'm still pressing on, and I've got a good attitude. It could have been much, much worse. Could have broke both legs. Could have split my head open. Might not even be here. So, and way, way, way more people out there have it way worse than me. So, I'm blessed that this is all that happened. So I'm just pressing on. Hello, Jay. How are you? IBG's in the house. Thoughts on the Springfield Prodigy? I don't think it's a bad gun. I think if I were going to buy a Prodigy, here's what I would buy. I would buy the Prodigy. I would also get the EGW fire control unit, which is, billet. I mean, it's good stuff. I would change out the fire control unit because I don't like any MEM parts. I've had failures with them in the past. I'm not saying they're, every one of them's bad. I'm not saying that. And I would change the trigger out to like a red dirt trigger, a Atlas trigger. I would want a flat trigger in it personally. And I know a buddy of mine, y'all know him, Threat Cadre. He's got like 3 Springfield Prodigies, but that's what he's done to his. He's completely tricked them out with EGW or a type of EGW and triggers and things like that. And he loves them. So I just think they need a little work when you buy them. But by the time you put the money in them and everything, here's what you're faced with also. You're going to buy like a $1,200 gun. then you're going to put, $300 or $400 into it. If you do the labor yourself, maybe 250 plus labor, 350 plus labor. Um, and then at the end of the day, if you're never going to get rid of it, you'll probably have a great gun. But if you get rid of it, you still at the end of the day only have a Prodigy. So, and they don't hold their value very well. I've seen some Prodigies used really, really, really cheap, like $900 cheap, $800 cheap, and they just don't hold their value. Where Staccato does hold its value better. I'm not saying they're perfect, but I think it could be a good starter pistol for someone who's maybe new to 2011s or wants a 2011. So that would be my opinion. Yeah, here's Scott. He said, I have a Prodigy 4.25, hadn't had any issues. I did put the EGW slide release and recoil guide rod because I didn't like the design of the factory one. There you go. Yeah, I'm a big believer in EGW ignition kits. I've put them in 1911s before and they've worked incredible. So I can get MEM shit out of guns before. I've just had MEM failures, and I'm not saying this was a while back, not anything currently, but I am just not a fan of MEM. I've been burned, and I would not carry a gun with a bunch of MEM parts in it. Now, granted, SIG has MEM parts, Glock has MEM parts. I get that, but they're pretty much more proven than a 2011. But that's just my opinion, not wrong or right. I agree with you, Scott. He's saying Prodigy is the cheapest I would go. Avoid the cheaper ones that came out recently. Now, I know Trigger Bar, he's had the T-Sauce, and he put the EGW and a good trigger in it, and he really likes it. So, I don't know. And I know that the T-Sauce is supposedly no MEM parts. But, man, if you look at some of their edges of, like, their hammer and stuff like that, it's pretty rough. But it's supposedly not MEM. But it's just not cleaned up, and the triggers, the factory triggers, are really not that good. Where the sear matchup and all that other stuff, I think it could be way better with EGW parts. Again, my opinion. We've got 31 on and 9 thumbs up. So y'all smash that thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Lynn is saying, I just wrapped up on a Garrison project. Operation Replace MEM. It's still a Garrison. Doubled the value of the gun. Still a parts gun. Kept it under $1,500. There you go. Yeah, William, the Fusion XP seems like a pretty cool gun. The only thing I don't like about it is the slide release. It's kind of sticks out and it's kind of bulky, and I would tend to ride it. So that's the only thing I don't like about it. Not saying it's a bad gun. I just would probably have to change my grip to make it work for me. But that's a big hand problem. That's not a normal person's problem. Yeah, Bull Armory is nice. They're really nice. But again, like we've said before, they are proprietary mags. I've got a lot of 2011 mags. I probably have, and I'm not even joking, I probably have 30 2011 mags. So being able to use all those mags on other 2011s and not have proprietary mags would be a big benefit for me. If you don't have any 2011s, the Bull Armory might be perfect for you. I mean, they are great guns. I've shot Bull Armories. They're really nice guns. Hello, Jason. How are you? Said, hey, Big Johnson, Happy New Year. What's your thoughts on Colorado legislation to ban all semi-automatic rifles with detachable magazines? Jason, you know how I feel. Any gun law is an infringement. Any gun law. I don't give a shit what it is. That is a total infringement. So I don't believe in any gun laws. And honestly, it even kind of goes back to where, if you're a felon and you've paid your time and you're released, you should get your rights back. So I'm a loyalist. So I don't think you should have any special privileges to get a gun. I think you should just be able, that's your God-given right. So period. Ohio Gear Guy says, have you seen the new Staccato that's being teased? Yes, I have. I mean, I haven't seen it personally. I've just seen some of the videos. And I did want to ask, what do y'all think about the new Glock COA with aim point? I mean, it looks like a really cool footprint. I'm actually pretty stoked about it. But the bad thing is it's going to be pretty much just on Glocks. I don't know if y'all have seen it, the new Aimpoint COA, but I think that's going to be really cool. But they're pretty much married to Glock, it looks like. Hello, Trigger Bar. How are you, man? I appreciate you. Yes, prayers to all of y'all. We are sending out blessings to everyone, and I appreciate y'all being part of this. It's always great to have y'all on. We've got 36 watchers and only 9 thumbs up, so y'all smash that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. It's just another staccato, nothing groundbreaking. Now that's new primary arms optic that is ripped off of the Acro. That's interesting. Yes, and I agree with you, Scott. I'm actually, I think it's called the HTX for Houston, Texas. And I think that's a pretty cool optic. I'm actually wanting to get one. But here's the thing, I could contact them because I'm a primary arms influencer or whatever, but I don't really push it to people. But I could reach out to them and say, hey, can you send me one? They might say, no, it's only going to the big guys. I'm not a big guy, but I can't shoot. I mean, I can't go to the range. I can't test it. I can't do due diligence. So I'm not going to do that to them. And it's not fair to y'all to just say, hey, look, here's a dot. I'm not that kind of guy. I hope y'all know that. So when I get on my feet, if I need to buy one, I'll buy one. I don't care, but I do want to buy it and test it, see what I think about it. So I think it's pretty cool, and I'm glad that it's made in Texas. Texas. I want to find out who's making it, if it's a branch of them, or if there's an optic company in Texas making it for them. I do want to find that out, but I think it looks pretty cool. Well, Scott, this thing blows the MOS away. If you see how it locks in, it actually goes in under a dovetail, and it has two slots, and it locks down, and then you put the rear sight in it with 2 screws. I mean, it's pretty impressive how it attaches on there. So I think it's going to be a really, really great option. But yeah, they're pretty much married to Glock. So I wish it was going to be on other option of guns. Helix says, right on, my uncle's a felon, been free and successful for 20 years. He has black powder pistols. Yeah, that's bullshit. That is bullshit, Helix. That is complete bullshit. I think you should be, if you're out in public and you've been released and you've paid your time, you should get all your freaking rights back. I think that is horseshit. Yo, Hardgear guy, I'm pretty excited about it too. Yeah, I was gonna say aim points aren't cheap. I mean, they're great optics. I really do enjoy mine a lot. But I've got a Aimpoint Pro. I've got an Aimpoint, what is it, a T2? It's an older one though, but it works perfect. I think it's a T2. I think. And then I've got the Acro P2, and so far they're all awesome. So I haven't had any problems with them. Yeah, I think it's cool that it's made in Houston, Texas, and that's why I want to see if they're making it or someone else in Houston. And I travel Houston, so I'm pretty excited about when I find out who makes it. Maybe if I can go to their facility or whatever, to check it out once I'm able to get back on the road. Hello, Brian. How are you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. NDR says KS 1776, and you were talking about the gun reviewers versus influencers. What's the difference? Honestly, I don't think there's a huge difference personally. What 1776 was talking about is, when they released the embargo on some of these guns where you might see like 15 videos in one day about the same gun from different people they've sent them out to. He doesn't like, the embargo. He doesn't like that all the videos, your channel subscription is packed with, the same influencers, so to say, about the same gun. But unfortunately, that's how the embargoes work. So, it is what it is. I've had some gun companies reach out to me in the past, not currently, but they've reached out to me in the past wanting me to check out some of their guns. But honestly, I wasn't really interested in some of the guns. And y'all know me, I don't bullshit people around just to get a gun for free. If I'm interested in the gun, I would have said yes. But if I'm not interested in the gun, I'll just say thank you very much. I appreciate it, and move on. So that's kind of what I do. Yeah, and Holosuns are great dots. I love the Holosuns. I've had shit. I mean, not had. I have. I probably have 15 or 16 of them or more, and they're great. I mean, I still have a lot of the original Holosun 507s, the original one where the battery goes in the bottom, and they all worked perfectly. My most recent one that I got on the Tanfo is the 507 comp, and so far it's awesome. I did shoot it, prior to my accident, and I really like it. I think it's awesome. I like the big window. I'm really liking the EPS carries a lot. I've got it on the 97B and I've got it on the shadow systems and really liking them. I think they're great enclosed dots. So the price point's definitely good. Are you looking for land in Greenland? No, I'm not. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to go up there in the freaking tundra. That's crazy. Scott says he got his Mac 5 MP5 clone last night. Pretty impressed for what it is for the price. That's cool, man. I've shot the MP5s in the past, the real MP5s. I don't know if I've ever shot it. Yeah, I did shoot a clone. I shot the PT. God, what is it? The PTP or something? I can't remember the name of it. And I mean, it worked okay. MP5s are really too small for me. They're just not comfortable for me personally. Most people probably wouldn't have a problem, but for me, they're not great. Waken says by the looking glass reflection. Hi, a first timer here. Welcome, sir. I appreciate you, Awakened. He said it feels like we are in the tundra here in Oklahoma currently. Yeah, I was gonna say Oklahoma always gets it worse than Texas. I've been in Oklahoma plenty of times where it's freaking cold, so hang in there, buddy. If you can take a look at the KP15 from KE Arms, monolithic fiberglass lower receiver. That's my main home defense lower. People shoot 3-gun with them. Honestly, I've never seen one, so not familiar with that, Jason. And you know me, I don't talk out my ass. If I don't know what's going on, I don't want to talk out my ass. We've got 40 people on the chat and 14 thumbs up. So if y'all could smash that thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Haven't felt your toes for days. Damn, that's not good. If you shoot an MP5 with a stock, I'm sure it would be better, Big J. Yeah, I mean, I've shot the MP5 K5 or whatever. It had the stock on it. It was okay. It's still short. I mean, I've just got long arms. It's just a me problem, not a you problem. Man, this freaking whiskey tastes good. Good Lord, man. It's been a long time since I've had whiskey. Let's just go ahead and finish that off. Yeah, I'm going to move this over here. Everything has to be in reach distance for me. Sorry about that. Who is this dude? Hey, Pistol Pete, how are you, buddy? Yeah, got the scruff. Hadn't shaved in like 4 days. That's not like me, but it's a pain in the ass. I'm having to take a bath. It's crazy. We've got a big old garden tub, but I can't climb up in it because the damn side's too big. I've got a shower, but it's not long enough to fit my leg in it, because I have to poke my leg straight out. So I'm in the other bathroom where I'm sitting on those stools or whatever you call them, and I'm having both legs outside of the bathtub, so I have to be washed manually. And then I'm taking those cup baths, where you like fill up a cup and dump it on you. My wife's scrubbing me down and all that. So baths are kind of a pain in the ass. So I'm trying to get as many of them as I can because they feel amazing. But I haven't been shaving as a ritual that much. So I had a conference call the other day and I was like, oh boy, I look like freaking roadkill. Joe Biden double barrel just out of frame. No, I do have a 300 blackout right over here. And I do have the Shadow 2 Compact right here. So, can't show them, but I do have that. So, now it would take me a second to get to the 300 blackout, I'm just being honest. I'd have to grab my crutches, which are right there. But the pistol I can grab pretty easily. high teens to 30s. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow and sleet tonight, and it's supposed to last till, they're talking about like maybe Saturday afternoon. So that would be Thursday and Friday for us, and that kind of sucks. But, you know, I'm sure Oklahoma's going to get the brunt of it because they usually do. Hello, Taliano. How are you? So if y'all are traveling out in this weather, you know, if we get the snow and ice and stuff, please be careful if you're in the Texas area. Yeah, like I said, I needed that Buffalo Trace. I'm not an alcoholic, I promise you, but I definitely needed that. This therapy has not been fun. Because she's taking it manually and bending it to 30 degrees, and I'm like, whoa, you know. I mean, I haven't been squeamish and haven't been, you know, throwing a fit, but it's not fun. But tonight they did cupping. I've never done the cupping where they put the cup on there and they rub it around. So they did cupping, they did the electrolysis, you know, where they shock you and all that stuff after she bent it. And then I have bending exercises that I'm doing as well, or that I'll be doing. But, you know, they want to strengthen the knee before the surgery, you know, because it helps with the recovery. So that's what I'm doing. And of course, you know, I had the, and y'all are probably all dealing with this. At the first of the year, you know, you have to start your deductible over for your insurance, which is a scam. Yes, that's right. I said it's scam. So it's like, you know, basically paying for it. You know, each one of these visits are like $100 and something, and I have to do 3 a week. So I'm just like, whatever, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, and you know, I've only been wearing shorts and a t-shirt, but I threw, I don't know what they're called. You know, they're kind of checkered and they have the silk kind of crap on the inside and they're real thick. You know, you can button them up. They're like those thick outdoor shirts. I have a bunch of those and really like them. I usually wear them with boots and stuff. And of course, I couldn't get a boot on this ankle if I tried. Wouldn't want to because it's freaking broken. But, you know, even when I take the boot off, the ankle on the right is twice the size still. That's what's crazy. It's been like 4 weeks, but it's still double the size of the other ankle. The knee is still the size, double the size of my left knee. Um, Man, it's just insane. You know, I figured the swelling would be way down, and we've been icing it and all that shit, and it's just not working. Michael's saying, when was the last time you felt sad? Man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Got a lot of friends checking on me, so that's always appreciative. Family's checking on me. That's always good. I do have a grandbaby that's coming the middle of March. So that's why I want to push this surgery, get it all done, so I can kind of be on my, you know, be able to walk before I have my grandkid. So pretty excited about that. Lynn Holt says, hi, you need one of those scabbards on one of these crutches. Yeah, that's what Trigger Bar and somebody else was telling me. I need to strap my 300 Blackout to it. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Maybe I'll do that. Go ice fishing, no thanks. Let me catch back up. Yeah, and Pranic, I still have your box of stuff. I'm sorry. I'll get that to you as soon as I can be mobile. Because even if you came to my house, I can't bring it to the door. So, you know, as soon as I'm mobile, I'll give you that whole box of shit that I've got for you. I haven't forgot about you. No, I've never been ice fishing. What will the lock grip magwell do for me on my S2 compact? Give me a better grip. Is it worth it? Going to do the grips for sure. Rich B, yes. It will give you a better grip. It will kind of affix your pinky so it locks it in there better. It's definitely worth it. And I'm not just saying that because, you know, I rep lock grips. I'm not trying to say that. That has revolutionized that gun for me with that magwell. So, and that is my gun of 2024, even though it didn't come out in 2024, but that's when I bought it. That is my gun for 2024, and only with the locks, palm swells, and the magwell. So I highly, highly recommend it. I don't think you can go wrong with it. And you can use my code if you want to save 10%. It's BJGG10. That'll save you 10% off if you want. I'm not pressing it. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to look at all the positivity in it. I'm a pretty positive guy. Um, also sitting in my office and looking around at all of my shit everywhere, just being honest with you, I have shit everywhere. I'm going to redo this office when I'm able to walk. I'm going to have my wife paint it. She's an interior designer. So I'm going to have my wife paint it a really cool color. I'm thinking maybe even orange. Because I'm tired of the gray. And I'm going to remove stuff around. I'm going to get shit out of here. I'm probably going to clean out more shit, Pranic, so you probably might get more shit. I've got to get rid of this stuff and move shit around. Yeah, I do need a roller skate for this leg. And what's crazy is up in the attic, I have some Carrera skates. They were I used to love to roller skate, but they're Carrera, if any of y'all are roller skaters. I have size 13 Carreras up in the attic. So I told my wife, I said, you ought to break those out and we can fix this thing up. I can rig it. Pistol Pete says, you ever work somewhere that no one cares about anything? Yeah. Yeah. I've had guys that worked for me that I found that out, and I'm like, eh. Thanks, Awakened. I appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for the prayers. Yeah, I can't recommend. Well, and Pranic shot it. I cannot recommend the CZ Compact enough. S2 Compact. It is an incredible gun. I love that gun. Even when I carried it, I carried it quite a bit before I got hurt. And phenomenal gun. It is absolutely phenomenal. Brian DeShane is saying, Big J, please remind me what you need your surgery. I have an ACL tear, or completely torn ACL in the right leg. So once the bones heal, I will have to have ACL surgery. So, well, I love orange. My wife loves me to death. Hell, we've been married 32 years. Yeah, she doesn't give me shit. I don't give her shit. She's an incredible person. Especially even through this, she has been a freaking trooper. Man, it's great when you have someone that you love that much and takes care of you. My wife has been taking care of me hand and foot, and I'm not joking. Anything I need, she is on it. So she is an awesome person. Rich B said, I will use your code for sure, trying to decide on the colors of the grips, magwell, etc., and the grip texture. I like the most aggressive that I can get. I'm an aggressive person. I don't think that they're harsh at all, but I like aggressive grips. And I definitely like the palm swells because I have big hands. However, I've had people with smaller hands shoot my palm swells, and they really like them. So, Pranic might be able to speak for that. But, it's an incredible gun. I really, really like it. That's a skateboard, yeah. Yeah, what's crazy is when they fitted me for this boot, y'all can see it in the other chat, or the other live chat. I put a picture of it. Um, they had to go to the back because they didn't have anybody that had feet this big that they've ever put a boot on. Because they put I think it was an XL. They put an XL boot on me, and my toes were hanging out of the end of it. And they tried to put the cap on it, and it was smashing my toes. And I was like, whoa, that's not going to work. So they get the XL boot. The crazy thing is this damn thing weighs like 15 pounds. I'm not even joking. It's a pain in the ass. Vanilla Gorilla, I don't do twerking. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't do any twerking. Hello, Balding Curious. How are you, man? You try a pair of D's. I'm not sure. D's. What, D's nuts? Is that what you're going to tell me, John? I'm not familiar with D's. These nuts? Yeah, I figured that was coming, John. Pranic says the grip on your or staccato, or Shadow 2 Compact feels like I'm picking up my TSO. Loved it. Awesome. Yeah, and those are full palm swells. Aggressive, so. No, I broke my leg. Balding Curious, you might not know. I broke my leg, 2 breaks in the knee, 2 breaks in the ankle, so I've got a full boot and then a full leg brace on. Fell out of the bed of my truck onto the concrete. Yeah, dumb shit happens. But yeah, we got 31 in here and 17 thumbs up. So y'all smash that thumbs up. I appreciate it. With your ACL, have you said when they will get ligament from to rebuild it, patellar tendon? They're probably going to go to my hamstring. They're going to try to use my own, but they're going to have a cadaver one as well. They measure it for me in 2 weeks, so they can have the length they're going to need for the cadaver, and they're going to try to pull it from my personal hamstring. If they can't, they're going to use a cadaver. So that is what I've been told. So we'll see. And I'm sure they'll clean up my meniscus because it did slam into it, and kind of mess it up too. But they say in the MRI it didn't look bad, but they're going to clean it up, because it could be bad or whatever when they get in there. So they'll clean that up too. So I will have to heal if it's coming from my own hamstring. But that's kind of part of the ACL too. So I'm not, or excuse me, when they do the ACL surgery. So I'm not really worried about it. I've had them, when they did my bicep tendon, they had to do a graft from somewhere else on my right one. My left one, they used the cadaver one when they did my bicep tendon. Yeah, exactly, Abby G. Yep, you were correct. That's what they told me. If they can't get a good graft from me, they'll use the backup one. Yep, I was going to say, SHOT Show's coming up quick. SHOT Show's definitely coming up quick. I know a lot of people are really excited about it. And, I'll be watching the videos from it. Of course, I can't go. But I think it's going to be pretty cool. If, like I said before, if Ruger and Magpul have all the stuff that I talked about before, if they've got like the 19X grip, if they got a PDW, and all that other stuff, if they got all that stuff ready, that could be pretty big. It could be pretty big for them, for both of the companies, for Magpul and Ruger. Hello, Dave. How are you? I appreciate you. Yep, we got the Gun Nation in the house. Appreciate y'all. Got 29 on and only 20 thumbs up. So y'all smash that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Yep, Unit 4 saying more is better. That's true. If the weather was better, I would be in DCS in Atlanta this weekend. Atlanta always has kind of weird weather sometimes. I've been to Atlanta many times, and sometimes everything's great, and sometimes, stuff can go south. You never know. Seeing more folks moving to Rumble. Yeah, I've had a lot of people ask me about Rumble, and, I'm not opposed to adding my stuff over there, but they just don't get the traction. Not that I get a bunch of huge traction. I appreciate all of y'all, but, I don't edit, and I don't do all the stuff that everybody else does, and, I'm kind of lacking in my effort for YouTube videos, so. But, a lot of people are like, oh, you need to set up a Rumble account, blah, 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 I might eventually, who knows? I'm not knocking Rumble at all. Any experience with Atlas? Thinking about going big. Big money and so many great choices. Yes, I have shot 3 Atlases. I've got videos on them. They are fantastic guns. But I will say this. The ones I compared it to, I chose my MPA 5-inch. And I had the different ammo because he only wanted certain ammo put through his guns, through his Atlases, which I understand. So I was using his guns. They were not my Atlases, or my Atlas at this particular video. And honestly, I put up the same exact groups with the MPA that I did with the Atlas. So now that's a sample of one. Not saying if I had more time behind the Atlas, I couldn't shoot it better. I'm not saying that. They are fantastic guns. Definitely worth the money. But for me, the Atlas didn't do anything the MPA didn't do. So that's just me and a sample of one. But I did shoot 3 of his Atlases. It's hard to even find the thumbs up. 3 dots on iPhone, upper right corner. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Y'all hit that. Pistol Pete says CZ Shadow 2.5 will be released at SHOT. Oh, really? I did not know that. That'll be cool. Yeah, I'm excited about seeing what's going to go on at SHOT Show. You know, I haven't really seen a whole bunch that super excites me. Not saying there won't be, but, you know, I mean, that's kind of what I know right now. Hello, Jackson. How are you? Hey, G23. How are you doing, buddy? 23 likes. Haha. Yeah, y'all can smash that like button. It's up to 25 now. 30 viewers and 25 likes. I appreciate that very much. Anyone knows the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 and 10mm gotten better? I do not know that, Luminous Dave. Trigger Bar has one. Some other people have one. I just don't personally have any experience with it, so I don't want to talk out my ass. Y'all know me. I know some people kind of like them. Some people kind of hate them. So I just don't have a track record with them. So Durtrack says I'm still waiting for so much stuff from SHOT Show 5 years ago that never made it to market. Yeah, that tends to happen, unfortunately. I'm excited for the Primary Arms optic, the dot, the new scope. Looks great. Yeah, I mean, I think Primary Arms is doing some really nice things. Like I said, having that Texas optic is pretty cool. G23 says doing better every day, recovering from Tommy John surgery and carpal tunnel on Christmas Eve. How are you doing these days? I'm hanging in there. Still got the ACL tear and, you know, the 4 broken bones, 2 in the knee, 2 in the ankle, but we're going to press through. We're going to put this in the back window and keep on pressing on. That's all we can do. But yeah, I mean, I've been watching some videos and stuff like that. You know, there's nothing super exciting right now. Not saying there won't be as we get closer to SHOT Show or during SHOT Show. You know, I'm excited to see what's coming out and what's, you know, going to be in the horizon for all of us. You know, that would get me super excited. You know, hopefully it'll be good stuff, but I guess we'll wait and see. Tanfo 10mm, yes, it's a cool gun. I have actually shot the 10mm, I think it's called the Limited. It was the Tanfo Limited 10mm. It's kind of their competition gun. Very nice gun. Very, very nice gun. I mean, I love Tanfo. They're metal guns, not their polymer. I do not like their polymer. Atlas versus Staccato XL. Is that their most expensive gun? No, it is the XC. Is their flagship gun. The XL is just the long barrel. The XC is a great gun. I've shot it. I actually shot it against the Atlas. And for the money, I would be perfectly happy, and I've got a video on it. I would be perfectly happy with the XL, or excuse me, with the XC, with the Staccato. I think it comes to the point of, you know, how can I say this? Diminishing returns, I guess is what I could say. I don't know if you're going to get much, much better than the XC compared to a Atlas, but, you know, Atlases are beautiful guns. I love their grips. I love being able to change the panels. Yeah, the Allen barrel is very nice on the XC. And the XC shoots great. The XC I would change to the flat trigger for sure. I mean, all my Staccatos have the flat trigger. I'm just not a round trigger guy or a curved trigger guy. I'm a flat trigger guy, so I definitely need a medium flat just with my trigger reach, and that helps me better. The curved trigger is a shorter trigger, which I don't shoot as good, but that's a finger length problem. Not most people probably wouldn't run into that, but also think, man, for the money you're spending for the XC and Staccatos and stuff like that, I think it should have a metal trigger. And I know now it is an option. So if you order one, I would definitely have I would definitely do the flat trigger. Pistol Pete says he has the Tanfo 22. I've never shot a Tanfo 22, so I can't speak on that. No, Lynn Holt, they've had the Island Barrel. They had it on the old STIs as well, but I mean, the Island Barrel is nice, especially if you're shooting irons. I'm a dot guy, so I don't have to have the Island Barrel, but it is nice to have that feature. Yeah, Pranic says once you go flat, it's hard to go back. I agree with that. I definitely prefer a flat trigger and everything if I could get it. G23 says bought the wife a Colt Python for her birthday. She's very happy about it. That's awesome, man. Split Shot says, what the hell is Tanfo? It's a Tanfolio. They're made in Italy. Fantastic guns. Kind of comparable to a CZ, like a Shadow 2. Great guns. Really love my Tanfos. We just call it Tanfo, but it's really Tanfolio. But I've got videos on mine if you want to check them out. Hard chrome finish is awesome. Big fan of the hard chrome. What's up, Mario? How are you doing, buddy? We've got 28 on the chat and 26 thumbs up. That's awesome. Jackson says my Tanfo MP or MAP1 is my competition pistol. That's cool. Tanfo expensive? Not really. Compared to what you're getting, it's actually a really great value. I mean, they're actually really great guns, especially for the metal guns. Yeah, Trigger Bar pretty much summed it up. It's a CZ clone. And what's crazy is the Tanfo Stock 2, which I have, CZ Shadow 2 is a direct, they copied Tanfo for that gun. I mean, big time copied it. But anyway, yeah, we're getting on about 47 minutes. So if you've got any more questions, please shoot them out there and I will definitely try to answer them. But again, I'm excited about SHOT Show. I hope we get some really good videos. I hope there's some really cool stuff that's coming out. I'm excited about, again, the Primary Arms DOT, you know, the HTX, the Houston, Texas, that's what it stands for, because that's where it's made. I hope that's a really good dot. I'm excited about that. And like I said, if I have to buy one, I'll buy one as soon as I get up on my feet. You know, I'm not looking for a freebie or anything, even though I'm in Primary Arms, whatever you call it. You know, and I like their Platinum scopes a lot too. They're very nice scopes. So if y'all are interested in really nice scopes, the Platinum series is super nice. But yeah, I don't really know if you'd call budget. Now, Tanfo has some budget firearms, the polymer ones. They are very budget. But I don't know if you'd call their steel guns budget. You know, they're great. It's a great option. Really good pistol. No, I'm not going to be walking around SHOT Show. I can't walk. Rich B saying, so is the CZ P10F available again in 45 ACP? I haven't seen it. Not saying it's not going to be reproduced. I keep thinking the P10F is going to come out in 10 millimeter too. That might be the gun. I'll go ahead and throw this out there. That might be the 10 millimeter that I buy. If I buy a 10 millimeter, it might be the CZ P10F. If they come out with a 10 millimeter, I might buy it if it's optic ready. I mean, I love 45, y'all know that, but if they came out with a 10 millimeter, I might buy that. I think that could be a cool option. Not that I need a 10 millimeter. I'm not a huge 10 millimeter guy, but you know, I might buy one if it's the P10F, because I love the freaking P10s. I love the P10C. I love the P10F. I mean, I'm a big P10 fan. Scott says, still a P10F and 45 available on Gunbroker. Yeah, I bet there is. Yeah, and I think the P10F in 45 would be a great gun. But I have other 45s, so I mean, I think it would be a cool option to have, but it's not a must for me. Oh, I heard they're doing it in optic ready, so they have to reintroduce the 45 ACP. That probably makes sense. But yeah, I'm a huge 45 fan. I mean, my 97B is incredible. Impact Machine knocked that thing out of the park. The one that I did, kind of for my dad. Um, when he passed, I mean that gun is a incredible gun. Really, really enjoy it, and it shoots awesome. And of course, my STI, my original STI in 45, is a great freaking gun too. That would be cool. A 97B and 10 millimeter. Yeah, I would buy one. I would if it came in a 97B, I would buy it in a 10 millimeter just so I would have it. I like the hole the 45 AZ puts in the paper target. Yeah, I mean 45 is not a joke. It's slow. It's very very slow, but it does leave a big ass hole. That's for sure. But man, this is so freaking fun. I'm so glad that we're doing this chat. I mean, it's good to be talking to y'all. I mean, family members out there really, really appreciate it. Y'all don't know how much I appreciate it because this has sucked. I mean, it really sucks. Having your leg at a commission, freaking live in a recliner, it sucks. I don't wish this on my worst enemy, that's for sure. But, I appreciate y'all jumping on. And like I said, I'm sorry I did it at 7:30, but I had physical therapy tonight, so I knew I was going to run late. That's why I set it up for 7:30. Lynn Holt says, "Hi, flat, slow, and old gets the job done." Yeah, it does, man. I mean, 45 is pretty underrated. I love me some 230 grains of hate. Y'all know that. And I mean, if you can shoot it and enjoy it, and it works great for you, you know. Now, one thing that I would say is I prefer 9 millimeter for capacity. If I can get more 9 millimeter, that's what I'm about. But I do appreciate a 45. Trigger Bar says, "Sorry, brother. Praying that it speeds up." Yeah, I'm hoping to. I've been taking vitamin D supplements, which is for bone recovery. I mean, I've been taking those every day. Like I said, my wife has been a rock star. I mean, she is an incredible woman. When you find the one that's right for you, we've been married 32 years. She is an incredible woman. I can't brag enough about her. Yep, bigger holes leak more. That is for sure. Rich B says, "Just remember every day is one more day closer to recovery. Keep the faith." Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Rich B. You were exactly right. 7:30 was perfect. I wanted to watch the new Tim Allen sitcom at 7 p.m. Oh, is it released? Man, I think that's going to be pretty damn funny. How did you like it, Unit 4? Let me know because I've been interested in that one. Jackson says, "Glad I started with 45." Yeah, I mean, that was the first gun I ever shot. Or true pistol. Well, let me rephrase that. I had shot a 22 pistol before, but I meant non-rim fire. So the first center fire round in a pistol that I ever fired was a 45. I think I was 7 years old. Exactly. A 9 millimeter may fail to expand, but a 45 will never shrink. And that is true. That is true. It leaves a big ass hole. Yeah. 45 is very underrated. And I know that we've got all these different calibers. We've got 10 millimeter, which is a great caliber. I would never knock a 10 millimeter, but man, I'm just a 45 guy. I mean, deep down in my soul. And the reason is I grew up on it. It's got a very passionate, I guess, it's just, I'm very passionate about 45 because I grew up with it. So, but nothing wrong with any other calibers. But I'm not really for me, I'm not really a 380 guy. I know that they've got some great guns out there. I know that it will probably get the job done. I'm just really not a 380 guy. Just really not. And I'm not knocking it. A lot of people shoot it. And I know that it's definitely a get off me gun. It'll do some damage. But I'm just not a 380 guy. Now, back in the day I was, but not now. 45 or 460 Roland. For me, 45. It's more proven. It runs usually more, I guess, regularly or without failure. 460 Roland can be finicky in some guns. Not saying every gun, but it can be a little more finicky in some guns. And I think your 45 gives you also more options. You know, you've got 1911, you've got Glock, I mean, you've got M&P, and there's so many freaking 45s. I mean, they've just been around forever. Yeah, I know Trigger Bar loves that 460 Roland. And honestly, I've shot a 50 GI, yes. But I've never shot a 460 Roland. Never. Just haven't ever shot one. You know, so I would definitely want to shoot it and try it. I just never have. So, and I understand for bear, you know, 960 Roland? Damn, I didn't know that. So we're coming up on an hour. You know, if anybody, Brian says, anyone watching the Watch sitcom High Potential, it's really funny and done well. 454 Casull, I have shot one. I have shot a 454 Casull. Yep, G23, I have shot one. Great round. I mean, it's a monster, but I have shot it. I've shot a 500 Magnum. You know, it was a long barrel. It was kind of crazy. You know, I'm just like, okay, I shot it. You know, would it be one that I carry or own? No, not for me. I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. It's just not for me. You know, I think it's cool to, you know, if you want to say, hey, I've got a 500 Magnum, cool, but didn't really do that much for me. I did enjoy the 454 Casull though. But anyway, definitely, you know, and we'll do this again next Wednesday. You know, that is my plan. And like I said, if it interferes with the physical therapy or whatever, I will, you know, set it at 7:30 or whatever. I had it at 5:45 this evening, and it's not really far from me, but I just didn't know how long it was going to take. So I think the PTs are averaging about an hour. I've done 2 of them so far, and they're not working on the ankle. They're only working on the knee, and they're just bending it, and doing cupping and electrolysis. You know, just try to loosen it up and get it strengthened prior to the ACL surgery, because they said that would definitely speed up the recovery, and I'm all about that. So, you know, and I do like the therapist. She's really nice. My wife's been taking me up there and, you know, sitting there while I do it. And like I said, she's been a rock star. Hoping we'll get some big moves from the SCOTUS coming up soon. Yes, I do too. 4570 Century Arms revolver, comically huge revolver. I've only shot a 4570 in a rifle. I've never shot one in a revolver. But that is a cool round, 4570. Yeah, Rich B, I agree. Like I said, I really like my therapist, so I'll pay her. You know, it's coming out of the pocket for a while. FNX 45, yes, I've owned 2 of them, Jackson, and I really enjoy the FNX 45. Great pistol. Great pistol. Highest capacity 45 out there, I believe. But fabulous pistol. Had 2 of them. Had the tactical and the non-tactical, and highly recommend them. But they are big. I mean, if you've got a big old hand, you won't have a problem. You've got a small hand, you might have a problem. They are chunky. It's like a 2x4. Brian says, so I missed the first part of the show by the normal stopwatch. but didn't miss it because the missed changes of our time. Okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, she's an incredible woman. Like I said, we dated for 5 years. Been married for 32. Couldn't ask for a better person. She is awesome. She knows my gun habit. She knew that when she met me. I mean, I was slinging guns back when we were dating. Um, she's known me forever. Best friend. Incredible woman. Couldn't ask for a better one. Jack said I got small hands. Thanks for the info, sir. I think I'll stick with my 45. Yeah, I mean, it's a thick boy. Big J's wife is in you of him. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I married up. She used to be a model. She's hot. She's very, very hot. Some of y'all on here might have seen her. I know Bald has seen her. Yeah, beautiful woman. I definitely married up. I met her when I used to be good looking. That's what I always say. Yeah, my wife does shoot. Is she, she does get scared of some guns. Some of the bigger ones, the bang does intimidate her a little bit. She loves the 22s. She can shoot a 9 millimeter. She has shot an AR. She doesn't really like the AR because of the noise. But I've got the 5.7 and that was the plan prior to this leg injury, to have her shoot the Rock 5.7 because I think she'd really love it. Since it's a centerfire cartridge, I have more dependability behind it, and I have the suppressor for it. So I really want her to get her behind the 5.7, and that's still the plan when I do get better. Take her to the range and let her shoot the 5.7, see what she thinks. But yeah, she likes to shoot. So does my kiddo. Oh, I totally understand, Brian. No issue. Um, for 460 rolling, and I would probably recommend the FNX. Um, because you're gonna get more firepower, more bullets. Got to have them bullets. Yeah, like I said, my wife can shoot. She prefers 22. She can run a 22 like a boss. A lot of people can, but she really enjoys the 22. It's fun for her. 300 blackout and stuff like that. She thinks it's cool, especially with the hush can on it. Um, but like I said, I wanted to get her behind the 5.7, see what she thinks. Yeah, I saw that Rich B on the P10Cs. Yeah, I mean, man, P10C is so freaking underrated. I mean, I have three of them and I love them and I won't get rid of them. Fantastic guns. Fantastic guns. Highly recommend them. Man, look at that. We got 26 people watching and 28 thumbs up. That's awesome. But we will go ahead and shut it down. I appreciate y'all so much. And if you got any questions after the chat, please leave them. I will try to answer them as quickly as possible. If you got a question about a particular gun or something you're excited about, let me know. I really want to let y'all know I appreciate y'all checking in on me and asking questions on other chats. How's Big J doing? Blah, blah, blah. I'm just kind of hanging out. Unfortunately, I can't do much. But I appreciate y'all as always. Y'all are awesome. Family members, and like I said, some of y'all have been around for day one, and I really, really appreciate it. I mean, y'all don't know how much I appreciate it because days do get sucky, but it's always good to see a text from somebody or see a comment from somebody. It definitely helps cheer you up. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about the Longhorns, man. Whew, that's gonna be a tough game. Definitely excited about seeing the Longhorns. I hope they beat Ohio State, man. It's going to be a tough game. Hopefully they will go out there and make it worth our while. Rich B says you're hanging out but getting better. Yep. We're gonna keep on pressing on. That's all we can do. We can't live in the past. We got to go forward for the future. So that's what we are definitely doing. But I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all make this happen. Y'all have some great comments, great questions. And it's always a good time to be on with y'all. So we will do this again next Wednesday as long as PT doesn't come into play. But if we do, we'll move the time back. So y'all hang in there. And again, thank you for all the well wishes. And like I've been saying recently, if you haven't reached out to a loved one, haven't checked on them, even someone you're kind of not sure about, maybe just check on them. Just, because you just never know. I mean, they might not be here tomorrow. So definitely touch base with them. If you got some ill will, try to clear that up if possible. I understand everything is weird and, you know, things happen, but if you can make it to where it works out in your benefit and their benefit, that's never a bad thing. So, but I appreciate y'all so much. Hang in there, everybody, and we will do this again next Wednesday. And we're looking forward to SHOT Show. So hopefully some cool stuff comes out that we can all be excited about. But thanks everyone. Y'all have a great night. And thank you for the heart. I just saw that fly up. I don't know who did that, but thank y'all so much. That's awesome. But I appreciate y'all as always. And remember, an unarmed nation is a very weak nation. So we all got to carry on. Thanks everyone. Y'all take care.